Hey, on this episode of Fit with Mitch TV, we're going to talk about how to conquer your food cravings and how to predict the future. Hey guys, it's your fitness coach, Mitch Graves, back again with episode 4 of Fit with Mitch TV. And in this section, in this mind section, we're going to talk about those food cravings. Ooh, those food cravings. We all get them. We all have them, male, female, whatever. You know, guys, you might get that craving for a steak. Ladies, you might get that craving for a chocolate. Hey, and I will admit at one point, yes, I was addicted to Hershey's Kisses. One point in college, I had a bunch of Hershey's Kisses in my bottom drawer. And I would just keep popping them, kept popping them. And I didn't realize I was really addicted till I ran out of a bag. And I said, oh, this craving started to kick in. It was at that moment that I decided not to buy any more Hershey's Kisses. Okay, so if you're like me at one point, anytime in your life, we all get those food cravings. Those things kick in. Now, if you watch my previous episodes, I talk about triggers. Now, that has to do with your habits. In this episode, I'm going to talk about your food cravings specifically. What do we do about them? How do we conquer them? How do we get over it? So after I did all the research and then talking to my clients and then analyzing myself, I broke our food cravings down into 3 categories. First one is your psychological. That is how you think about yourself, how you think about the world, and how you interact with it, and then where food cravings come from in that regard. The second one is your emotions. That is, sometimes we're triggered by those emotions, and so we might do the comfort eating or whatever it is like that. And the third one is you might actually be hungry. So those are the 3 main areas. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the psychology, how to get over the psychology. So there's what I call a 3P solution that I came up with when it comes to conquering your food cravings. And it's called pause, prescribe, and provide. You pause in a moment when you feel that craving. You say, categorize it, prescribe the right solution, and then prescribe the right craving, what kind of craving it is, and then provide the right solution. So first now we're going to look at your psychology and where those cravings come from in your psychology. So there's an interesting phenomenon called moral licensing. And moral licensing, I broke it down into 3 main categories when it comes to our food cravings and when those things pop up. So the first category is indulge now, be better later. Say, I'll be better now, I can do it now, be better later. The second one is everyone's doing it, so why not? The third one is giving yourself permission. So I've been good, so I can indulge a little bit. You know, I've done some stuff, so I give myself permission. So those things break down, and we find ourselves giving ourselves permission to do these things, giving ourselves a moral license. It's like, hey, you got a free pass. And so we rationalize, so our emotions are driving it, and we rationalize why we want to do something. So the way to get past those things, the indulge now, I'll be better later. We often think that we'll be better later than we are now, but who you are now is who you are going to be later if you don't change anything right now. And just because everyone else is doing it, they may have different goals, everything like that. So you got to do what's right for you. And then the last thing is giving yourself permission. Say, I've been good, so I can do this thing over here. Well, you don't want to sabotage yourself. Don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. So a couple solutions around that. 2 good solutions. Acting as if. Act as if you are the person that would have the willpower, that would do these things. And so you temporarily put yourself a new identity on yourself. You temporarily give yourself a new identity. And it's amazing what you can do when you have a new identity, when you believe and act as if you were someone else. So if I told you to act as a police officer right now, you would have something would come out of you, right? If I told you to act as if the person that you want to be, something else differently will come out of you. So you have to change that state in a moment to become somebody else differently. And the last psychological solution is what's called decreasing variability. So you actually try not to decrease your variability. So if you're doing something every day like smoking, if you're doing something every day like eating chocolate or whatever it is, try to see if you can actually keep it the same. Like actually don't decrease, don't keep telling yourself, I'll do less, I'll do less. What if you actually kept eating 5 pieces of chocolate every single day and try to do that for a week, right? Now, all of a sudden, you begin to feel the weight of your decisions when you play them out into the future. And that'll give you that little switch you need to catch you in the moment to say, oh, maybe I don't need to be doing this right now. So that's how you really take a step and really overcome those psychological cravings. Now, in our next episode, I'll be talking about our emotional cravings, what I call the bad emotions: boredom, anxiety, anger, and depression. What do we do when we get cravings in those emotions? I'll be talking about those in episode 5. Okay, welcome back to our body section of episode 4. And in this section, I'm going to give you 3 simple exercises. It's going to be a 3-minute core killer workout. So the first minute is going to actually be a 1-minute plank. Yes, 1-minute plank. Second minute is going to be a 1-minute bicycle. And the third minute is going to be a 1-minute Russian twist to hit those abs, to hit those obliques. So, of course, a plank position is going to come here. Shoulders over your wrist. Hips down, head up, okay, I should say neck neutral on your toes. You're going to hold that for a minute. If you need the option, come here to your knees. Make sure that you maintain one single line from your elbows, from your shoulders to your knees. Second exercise is going to be a 1-minute bicycle. So you're going to come here, straighten one leg out, hands on your temples, one leg here, shoulder to your knee, not necessarily elbow to your knee. Come in here, boom. Make sure this back shoulder is off the ground. Boom, 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 boom. Piston-like action. Make sure that leg goes straight. Controlled motion. Not bam, bam, bam. You want to control that motion. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And finally, your third exercise. Coming here. A 1-minute Russian twist. You can start out with your feet on the ground. Body at about a 45-degree angle, and rotate, 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 rotate. Making sure you turn those heads and your shoulders, head and shoulders, head and shoulders. All right, and you're going to do each one of those for a minute. It's going to be a tough 3 minutes on your abs. Get those in. Again, that's a really good finisher workout, a really good in-between workout, just something to get you going throughout the day. You can actually do that a couple times throughout the day. And if you really have the core endurance, you can keep doing that same circuit over and over again 2 or 3 times. So that's our body section for episode 4. Now let's move on over to our spirit section. Welcome back to the spirit section of episode 4. And in this section, I'm going to talk about how to predict the future. Yes, how to see the future. Well, in order to see the future, you have to have vision. Vision. So this section is going to be talking about vision. And one of my favorite verses says that without vision, the people perish. Without vision, the people perish. Now that's true corporately with a nation, as in Israel, and that's true individually with us. Without vision, we perish. Have you ever seen someone that doesn't have a vision for their life, and you look into their eyes, and they're just a shell of themselves? I see it every day. And it breaks my heart. Seeing that, guys, seeing that is the real reason why I do what I do. It's because I see people and they don't have a vision for themselves. And so that's what I'm trying to give you right now, is a broader, a bigger vision for yourself. Not as some grandiose thing, but when you really understand your value, when you really understand and say, hey, look, I deserve to have a vision of the future. And no matter where you are, wherever you find yourself right now, take a moment to just step back and just try to open your eyes, even if it's incrementally above where you are right now. But get a bigger and a better and a broader vision for yourself, and you'll begin to see that, oh man, you'll begin to move toward that thing. And while you're doing that, this is a fitness show, right? So include that better vision, that better version, a better version of yourself, of your body, in that vision. And so you see that vision, you see where you're going, and you begin to move toward that thing. Now, this is not some, airy-fairy thing. This is true neuroscience. When you get clear and you get a compelling vision for yourself, you begin to move toward that. So that's my word for you today. Not my word for you today, but that's my spirit section for you today, is to get some vision for yourself. Take a moment to write down. Take 5 minutes and just write down a better vision for yourself. No matter where you are, even if you are where you think you want to be, what's the next step? And if you're not where you want to be, again, what's the next step? So get some vision for yourself. You need it. You deserve it. Get some vision for yourself. Okay, our word of the day is action. Action, action, action. Take massive action. Take immediate action. One of my incantations in the morning is I take massive action. I take immediate action. Get into action. Get to moving. I say get into action before your brain knows what's happening. Get started. Put something in place before your brain can say, wait, hold up. No, we're already moving, bruh. We're already going. You got to catch up, brain. You got to catch up. So get into action. Don't think about it. Evan Pagan has this great concept called speed of implementation. So whatever you just learned in this video, whatever takeaway you take away from this video, put it into action right now. Like pause the video and put it into action right now. Don't wait. Do it now. So that is the word of the day. Take action, start moving, create momentum, and you create change in your life. All right, guys, so that's Fit with Mitch TV. Episode 4 is in the books. I'm your host, your fitness coach, Mitch Graves. Go out there, change your mind, change your body. And remember to subscribe in the comments below. All right, until next time, live, learn, grow, and glorify. Later.